guys, and welcome to another fall DIY video. Today we're working on some fall farmhouse DIYs using thrift store items. I have picked up this frame at a local thrift store for $8. It actually wasn't $8, but the price tag says $8, but then when I went to pay for it, it was 75% off. So I think I paid like $3 for it. I think, if my math serves me right, I bought a whole bunch of other stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this sticky stuff off and paint the inside with black acrylic paint. You can also use chalk paint if you'd like, but acrylic paint worked well. Not so much with the sponge brush, but once I switched the brushes out, it was fine, and I'm just using a bristle brush. I am so excited for these DIYs because I absolutely love the way all three of them turned out, and I cannot wait to use them in my decor. I have been slowly gathering and planning out all of my home decor over on my home channel and for my home channel. And I am getting so excited and trying to create pieces that I will be using in all this decor. I kind of plan out each room, what I want in it, and then I see what I have and what kind of decor I need. Once I was finished painting this with the black acrylic paint, I went over the frame with dry brushing some of that white chalk paint. This is real, the brush is very dry, and I just wanted to kind of make it look a little bit rustic. And then once I was finished with that, I just let the paint completely dry, both the chalk paint and the acrylic paint. Then while that was drying, I went over to my Cricut machine, my Cricut maker, and I actually designed a little thing that I want to put on there. I will actually be selling this over on my Etsy store, so I will have the link down in the description box if you want to get an SVG for your project. I am using Cricut vinyl, white vinyl, and a dollar store clear shelf liner for this project to transfer it onto the frame. If you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, my name is Sonja, and I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope that you stay by pressing that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell so that way you can be notified when my future uploads, my future DIYs come up. Because the surface was a little bit rough, it took a little bit of patience to transfer it on. I found that the letters weren't sticking as well as they do on the smooth surface. And I always say if you want to make sure that stuff doesn't fall off or anything like that, you can always go with a layer of Mod Podge over top of it. I am adding these lines with just a white marker. I have no idea what happened to those lines. I did have them on my thing. I must have just, when I was transferring it, completely missing them. Now I am using even drier brushing technique to brush the white on. I wanted it to have an effect almost like I used a actual chalk and wrote it on, and you know how there's so much chalk dust on when you're using a chalkboard. So that was kind of the effect that I was going for, and let me tell you, I could not be more pleased with the way this turned out. I just love it. For my next DIY, I picked up this crate. I think this was $1. I'm not sure what happened to the price tag. And I wanted to do something fun on it, so I took some of that white chalk paint and brushed one section with that, and then one section I went with a very light color of orange, and I just didn't want it to go with the solid color, so it was more like almost like dry brushing, but there was a bit more paint on the brush when I was applying on the orange color. The bottom part I did leave just as it was. Now using my Cricut maker, I just cut out some words, some letters, I mean some words, and I am transferring them over. The reason for this is the area is fairly small, and stuff that I wanted to write, I just don't have the pens or the markers with such a fine tip to give me this look. I would completely 100% mess it up. A while back I did ask if you guys enjoy these Cricut type of tutorial videos, and a lot of you said that you enjoy both the free and the Cricut, I mean the freehand and Cricut. So I am sharing in this video Cricut, lots of Cricut ideas. Now for the hayrides, I wanted to add a little bit of arrow to it, so I am just using that chalkboard marker to add that to it. And I just love the way this turned out. I think it's gonna look great with maybe some of that little hay from Dollar Tree, or even just fill it up with pumpkins, or both, or you can even add some florals to it. Or you know what else I think it would look good is with some fall napkins on your table. I think that would look really pretty too. My next project is this small milk crate that I picked up, obviously the design on it wasn't my cup of tea, and I picked this up for $2. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Now it's not I don't actually think this was used for milk, but because it's not, I think it's not very good quality. It almost reminded me a little bit of a cookie jar maybe, but who knows what it was used for. So the first thing that I'm doing is removing the price tag, as well as this sticker. I think this was masking tape on top of it, and I'm using my little handy tool, a scraper that I picked up at your dollar store with more, and this thing has been a lifesaver for removing sticky, stubborn stuff. Once the sticky stuff was completely off, the piece was a little bit dusty, so I just took a rag and just cleaned it up as much as I could. Well, and you want to clean it up as much as you can, because otherwise your paint's not going to stick. Now it's time to paint it, and I'm going to use some spray paint in this box to paint it, to spray paint it, and I'm spray painting both pieces. Once I was done spray painting it, I gave it lots of time to dry, and I went over to my Cricut machine and cut out another image. Now this was a free SVG that I got downloaded off the internet, so I will have that link for you. Now this had a truck in it as well, so I just ungrouped it and removed the truck, and then just moved the letters together because I more needed the words rather than the design, the red truck, the truck that was in there. I loved the design with the truck on and plan on using it for another DIY, but in this particular one I removed the truck. And the same thing, I'm using the same vinyl and the same transfer tape, which is the shelf liner. And for the last project I did use the same vinyl and the transfer tape as well, and I just I used the font provided in the design space to create the writing. As I was getting all my words ready, I had a tiny little panic attack that it's going to be way too big for my jar. But it did work out, and I'm very, very pleased with the end result. So I'm just going to transfer the letters on now, the words, and then I'm going to, once that's on there, I'm going to do one more step to complete the project. So make sure you watch till the end. Now that everything's on there and it looks really, really good, I am taking my napkins. I've been using these napkins quite a bit, and I am just cutting out one pumpkin out of it. Now that I know exactly where I want it, I am just going to glue it on with some Mod Podge. And I'm applying Mod Podge on the bottom of it and then on the top. I did end up ripping the design a little bit, but I smudged it back in, and it just gave it that more rustic look. And it ended up looking just fine. Like I said, I absolutely love these DIYs. I love this tin and all the other ones. I hope that you have enjoyed them as well. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for pressing that play button and joining me in for yet another fall DIY video. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you all so much for watching.